crochet this bookmark. It's featuring a shell stitch. It gives a really nice lacy look, and it's beginner friendly pattern. It's a fairly quick project. This is perfect for gifts, for gifting to yourself, and it's definitely a really good quick make for craft shows that you might have coming up. And especially for teacher gifts, Mother's Day, all kinds of great opportunities to gift this as a very unique and thoughtful handmade piece. Let's go ahead and get started. So the yarn that you're going to need for this is actually the Aunt Lydia's crochet thread. I've included a link in the description below if you wanted to view this online. It's in the size 10, and I'm going to be using a 2.75 millimeter crochet hook. So we're going to begin by making a starting loop. You're just going to wrap the yarn around your finger, cross it over itself, and this piece that you cross over falls on top of the other one here. So you're going to pick up a little bit, just pick up the bottom piece a little bit and push a little bit of the top piece through and pull to form a ring. If you have a different way of making a crochet starting loop, that's perfect. I just like to share that for those that might be brand new. So we're going to begin with our starting chain of 16. So you're going to yarn over your hook and pull through the loop. That's 1, yarn over, pull through, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we're going to yarn over our hook because we're going to be working a double crochet stitch, and we're going to work into the 4th chain from our hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4th chain from the hook. These 3 chains that we're skipping over are going to count as a double crochet. So yarn over your hook, push it through that 4th chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. You've got 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Okay, and we're going to work another double crochet stitch into that same chain. We're going to skip 2, and we're going to work a single crochet into that following chain. So push, let me show you how to do that single crochet, sorry about that. So skipping 2 chains into the 3rd, you're going to push your hook through, yarn over, pull up a loop. You've got 2 loops on your hook. You'll yarn over and pull through both. We're going to skip 2, and in that next chain, we're going to work a double crochet. So yarn over, push your hook into that chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. And we're going to do a total of 5 in there. So we're working 4 more double crochets into that same chain space. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to skip 2, and we're going to single crochet. So skip 2, single crochet in that next one. We're going to skip the next 2 chains, and in that very last chain we're working a half shell, so it's 3 double crochets in the very last chain of our row. So 1, 2, and 3. So we've started with a half shell, we have a full shell here and another half shell at the end. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Now this is a 2-row repeat, and we're going to be repeating row 2 and 3. The first row, because we're working into our starting chain, it's a little bit different. So now you're going to be paying attention to this row that we're about to begin, which is row 2 of our work, but it's row 1 of our 2-row repeat. Okay, so we've chained 1 and we turned our work. We're going to single crochet into the first stitch of our row. we're skipping 2, and now working here in what is a single crochet from the previous row, we're working a full shell. So we're going to do 5 double crochets into that stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to skip 2 and single crochet into the next. We're going to skip 2 and work 5 double crochets into the following stitch. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to skip 2, and then I'm just pulling it up here so you can see. So we're skipping 2, and then in here, which is the top of our chain 3 from the start of the last row, that is where we're going to work our single crochet stitch to finish off the row. We want to finish and start each row the same way. Okay, so that was row 1 of our 2-row repeat. Now we're beginning row 3 of our work, which is the second row of our 2-row repeat. So we're going to chain 3 and then turn our work. This chain 3 is counting as a double crochet. So we're going to double crochet 2 times into this same stitch down here, the first stitch of our row. So 1, 2, because for this row, the row 2 of our 2-row repeat, we're beginning with a half shell. We're going to skip 2 and single crochet in the next. We're going to skip 2 and work 5 double crochets into the following. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip 2, work 1 single crochet in the next. We're going to skip 2, and here in our last stitch of the row, we're going to be working 3 double crochets because we're finishing off with a half shell. Okay, so you can see it there. That is our 2-row repeat. So you can repeat you're going to repeat row 2 and row 3 over and over again until you have finished a total of 28 rows worked. So you can wind this back, watch it again to watch row 2, row 3, row 2, row 3, and you're just going to keep on going until you have finished 28 rows in total of work. So you have 25 more to go because we've just worked 3 together. So go ahead and finish those rows and then come back. Okay, so now that you've finished all of those rows, you're just going to pull a little bit of your yarn up to fasten it off. Okay, pull that through. So you've got your tail end at the beginning of your work and at the end, and you're just going to use your yarn needle, your tapestry needle, to weave those in and out to hide and secure them. I'll show you how I do that in just a minute. I'm just going to show you. So here at the beginning of the work, your starting chain, if you want to connect a tassel, you'll do it here in this middle ring right in between the row, just underneath that full shell. Because you want to keep this nice look, the little wavy look here at the top of your bookmark. So if you want me to show you how I did the tassel on my bookmark here, I put the tassel there. All I did was I cut some even strips and then tied a piece around and fastened it off. I'm going to show you how right now. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to cut some evenly sized strips of your yarn. And I did it to about half the size, half the length of my bookmark. Okay, so you'll cut strips that are this long, half the length of your bookmark, and you're going to want to cut 24 of them. So go ahead, pause the video and cut 24 strips of your yarn and then come back. Okay, so once you've cut all your strips to do your tassel, grab your hook. It'll just make it easy for you to start pulling the pieces through. So put it into that little loop that we're going to want our tassel to hang from. It might be hard for you to grab all of it at one time because it is quite thick and the hook that we're using is a small size hook. So you're just going to want to go ahead and carefully pull the strips through. I'm doing it this way to just pull halfway through. So I'm wrapping it over like this. Okay. I'm just getting my other half. So essentially we've cut 24 pieces, but the thickness of our tassel is going to be that of 48 because we're folding it over that loop. So you're pulling the tassel, the pieces for the tassel halfway through. There we go. I've got almost all of it. That one didn't make it through. I pulled the wrong one. It can be a little bit tricky. So just have a look, fold it over. Any that might have fallen loose, you can just go ahead and get them in there now. I've only got the one that didn't make it through, so let's get that in there. All right, perfect. Don't worry if it's a little uneven because we're going to trim to clean it up. So you just want to fold it right over the bottom of your work like this. And then we're going to take a bit of a longer strip, and maybe you have a better way of making tassels. I won't lie, I've never made them before this project. So forgive me if it's not ideal, but I just wrap it around and tie a double knot right at the top of it here. So just make sure it's just hugging the top of the fold. If you can see that there, like this. Pull it really tight and just double knot it to make sure it's very secure. And then I wrap it around the other side and do that again. Another double knot just to really secure it. Again, like I said, I'm no pro at making tassels. I'm sure that there's a better method than this, but this is how I've made mine, so I'm just sharing with you for the purpose of this project in case you've never done any either. I'll save you trying to figure it out. So you can have a look at the bottom of your work and just give it a little trim to clean it up. And there you have it. You've got your tail ends here at the start and the end still of our work, so I will show you how I clean those up. I'm just going to thread my yarn needle. And you're simply just weaving it in and out of a couple of the stitches in your work just to hide and secure. There's no real rhyme or reason. I do like to just push the little tail end through the final loop when I'm done weaving it, just to really give it that extra, making sure that it stays secured. All right, there you go. Work that into your work there. You can't even see it. And then do the same for the other end and you're done. Again, I really love this project. I think it makes a really pretty gift for yourself, for somebody else. If you've got teacher gifts and you're trying to think of something unique. If you do craft shows and you need to have some more inventory, these are perfect quick makes. They're very unique, very beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this pattern. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and have a look at the helpful links in the description below. I have also included a link to the written pattern for this project in the description below.